Okay. All right. I don't even know how to know if this is working. Let's see. Let's look at the chat. Where is the chat? Do we want to overlay it? Uh oh. Okay. So I see that one. Am I live on YouTube? I don't know how to tell if I'm live. Y'all, if I am and you're on here, let me know. As I can't tell if this is working on TikTok or not. I just started doing something. I'm going to my channel now to see. Okay. Okay. So I see myself live on YouTube. Is somebody in here? If you're in here, can you say something? I don't know if I'm supposed to be. Oh, I did not know you could do that. Hold up. Oh, I guess I could just show you. So if you see, so this is me. I'm trying to look at myself live on. I know I'm live on YouTube, but what I'm not sure about is what it looks like on TikTok. Oh, hey John. Okay, you're on YouTube though. Do you see me on TikTok? You can scroll streams on YouTube. I did not know you could do that. These are all different people's streams. It looks just like TikTok. Oh, that's wild. Hey, how you doing? That is so interesting. Okay. I'm using Restream. I thought that it would have like a watermark on it, but I guess it doesn't have a watermark, which is surprising to me because I definitely was expecting there to be one. So I can see it. I can definitely see it on YouTube. Um, I can't tell if I'm live on TikTok or not. So I don't know. I don't know. And you can see, wow, that's so interesting. This goes to show I should probably spend more time actually learning YouTube. Go live for but it jacked up my title. Oh, I could change my title though. I can change my title, but that's interesting. So now I want to know, like, how do you get ranked on there? Like, if there's a way, if it's just their subscriptions, uh, if it's just your subscriptions that you see live or what? Right now, Restream. Um, for live streaming, I've I've tried to use OBS. Um, and who else? I tried to use OBS, and I've also tried to use Riverside. But my thing with Riverside, I'm on TikTok. Am I live on TikTok? What does it look like? I guess you can't tell me what it looks like. And I can't see the chat. How do you do this? How do you do this? What does it look like on YouTube? I mean, on TikTok. Are y'all just like talking to me and I'm not responding? Yeah, a little technical, but we also having a little bit of a technical difficulty. It's a little difficult. Okay. I don't know how to see. I don't know how to see my comments over there. I'm not gonna like. Oh wait, what? I'm not gonna like how it looks on TikTok. Yeah. Y'all, I am so if you are watching me on TikTok, please come to YouTube. Because I don't know how to work the chat. I have no idea how to work the chat. Like It's bad. It's bad. Let me move this over. My computer getting all hot. Let me move this over. I'm gonna move this screen over. How? Yeah. So, all right. I do know the quality is not as good. It probably looks like I'm like under duress or something because what had happened was this is the free version. So when you use the free version, you don't have like the capability to stream high definition. So right now it's streaming at 720 and it still don't look great on YouTube, but I definitely know it don't look good on TikTok. But I was willing to take the L right now for this just to try it out and see if I actually like it. But the goal was to be able to go live on TikTok and on YouTube with one platform. It's given 720. Yeah, I'm definitely particular about my quality, which is why like I want to test out the platform and see if the features make sense for me to invest in it because all of them are like subscription based. So if I'm gonna have to spend my money and I can't figure out how to be on both platforms like effectively, then it's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me. You're proud of me? Thank you, Koa. Yeah, and I don't have another account. I don't have another account to like look at it either. I don't have another account, so I can't even see what I can't even see what it's doing. Thank you. Because I want to be able to host the class. I want to be able to host the class over there. Um, I want to be able to host the class so I can see. Oh wait, I think I have another account actually. Let me see. I don't usually have like I don't ascribe to the the burner accounts. Oh, I can't log in. The burner accounts on TikTok. I really only have one account now. Oh, that's too much work. I can't do that right now. So from the PC, I can. Oh, so I'm using a Mac. That's another thing. That's another thing that I was curious about too was if it was going to okay. Yeah, I was curious if it was gonna how it was gonna operate because I have a PC. I don't have a PC, I have a Mac. So I didn't know because I knew like with TikTok Studio, it's technically just for PC. You got you a few accounts. Now I'm wondering, hey Dali, I'm from the United States. What country are you from? I'm actually excited though that I'm like finding new people on YouTube. Yeah, but I did not know that you can scroll live streams on YouTube. I had no idea. Did y'all know that? Like I had no idea that you could like scroll through and see different streams. And I at first I was like, maybe it's just for maybe you can only do that for I'm about to show you, and I got my phone. I can show you with my phone now because I'm not streaming on it. Hold on, let me show you. Let me show you. Because you can stream, you can scroll through live streams on YouTube. All right, so this me. Oh, India. What's up, India? I definitely love I have a couple of close friends from India. YouTube, no, YouTube is not playing. What kind of content do you make, Daily Jet? So this how it look. So you can go and you can scroll through different live streams. Look. I did not know you could do that. And that was one of my things. Like I just felt like if I was going to if I was going to be like if I was going to be using YouTube in that way, and like really going in, there was just certain things, certain features about TikTok that I felt made it more advantageous to use instead of YouTube. But you can scroll on there. And look, okay, so here's what I'm thinking you got to do. All right, so I think I am getting pushed out, Kuma. I'm getting pushed out. They taking me worldwide. Worldwide. Okay, so I went to my subscription tab on YouTube. Thank you, Daily Jet. And then you see how at the top it says live up there. So I'm going to click on live, and I can see who's live right now based off of my subscriptions. That's interesting. They got multiple videos live at the same time. I wonder how they're doing that. I'm seeing if it's a way to do it. No, no, it's not. Okay, so now I'm wondering, that's a little confusing. I'm wondering if it has to be live with the vertical live. I wonder if it has to be vertical live because, all right, we're going to figure this out. Let's see. Okay, so here's what I think is happening. So I think that it has to be a vertical live stream. So if you're streaming from your phone, or like what I did on Restream is streaming right now in 9:16. It's yeah, streaming in portrait mode instead of landscape. And when I click on a live, like you could tell she's live on her phone, then it gives you the option to switch. I do wonder, you know what's so funny? When I look at my my analytics, uh outside of the US, India is usually like one of the bigger groups. India is one of the bigger groups, and I've never been able to like fully understand why. That's the country, that's the second country that I get pushed out to. But it'll be India, and then the next group will be like the UK. And so I wonder if it's because of I don't know. I wonder if it's because of the content that I make, or maybe like that's what they just push out first. You know how like when you first went live, when you first started making content on TikTok, or even like when you just go live in general and you start doing battles, like the battles are a lot of times people from overseas. I wonder if it's something like that. Yeah, I definitely get the nervousness. I definitely get the nervousness, but I don't know. And only John was in here. Uh oh. All right, I might have to come back, y'all. My son's school is calling. Okay. Playtime is over. Unless I can mute. Hold on for a second. Okay. Can y'all hear me? I was muted. I had to talk to a little one. He's refusing to do writing. He hates writing, y'all. Like, I just don't know, and I don't know what to do to make him hate it less, but he hates writing. So it's just always a problem. But that's what's going on. But I think I see you, Angel. Hey, Keish. I did have it on mute. If y'all are over here, I was saying that I'm using Restream. So I'm streaming on both platforms, but I can't see comments from TikTok for some reason. And even when I like go to the chat, like let me see. When I go to the chat, it only shows me YouTube comments. So this won't be like a viable option. Oh, hey, Sion. Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. I just switched the chat and it's showing me all different kinds of comments now. Hey, Adrian. What's up, y'all? Oh, yeah, so I'm using Restream. So if you were talking to me on TikTok and I'm ignoring you, it is not on purpose. I promise. But apparently you can see me, and then also apparently it looks like I'm streaming in like 720. So it's like standard definition, which makes my skin itch. But like with a lot of these streaming platforms, you just end up not having a lot of flexibility in terms of price point, and all of them are subscription based. Like all of them have some kind of subscription attached. And I tried to use Streamlabs. That's what I was talking about before. I tried to use Streamlabs a couple of months ago, but I just couldn't figure it out. And then like I would be streaming, but it wouldn't be popping up on YouTube. Like it would just be dark, and I couldn't figure that out. So y'all, this is me trying to figure out my life and actually get something get some technology going. But this is one of the things that I found has been like my biggest challenge when it comes to wanting to be able to like level up my equipment and um like explore different like avenues of creating and just give myself more options. Is that like I run into like these little like technical difficulties, and I don't, if I can't figure it out, then I just stop. So I don't end up using them. But like I be having like all the equipment and all the knowledge when it comes to setting this stuff up. But then when it start acting funny, I don't like that. So like the quality of my videos actually looks better when I just stream directly like from my camera, which is why up until this point I have just done two separate devices. So I'll stream on YouTube and it'll be its own thing. And then I also stream on TikTok and just use my phone. But now I'm tied up and I got two devices. And so then if I want to do something like if I want to show y'all like a presentation, and I don't even know what presentations will look like in this format. Let's see. Let's play around with it because we're here. I've never heard of Prism before. I've never tried Prism. I have to look into that. Let's see. Uh, if I want to show y'all demonstration, presentation, I really don't like that. Follow us on Twitter. Restream know that they are going to put their logo on stuff. That is so funny. Okay, so if we maximize it, oh snap, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, let me escape that. Okay, picture in picture. This is not my presentation. This is turning into an ad for Restream by accident. But if I wanted to be able to do something like this where I could show y'all like pictures, and I don't know what that's trying to tell y'all to donate to. Add a second camera angle, local video. Let's see if I do screen share, what window I have open. I don't have anything open yet. Let me go back. Spotlight, nope. Okay. Bring this back to full screen. But if I wanted to be able to do like picture in picture, okay, I'm back up. If I wanted to do like picture in picture or like show a presentation, I'm gonna bring a presentation up. I do definitely want to figure that part out. But if I wanted to be able to do a presentation, because y'all know I like to be able to teach, and I like to be able to teach, and I like being able to have visual aids for things. So when it comes to, let me move this. When it comes to being able to actually show y'all, I don't like that I'm doing it on two different devices, and so I can't show y'all what I'm talking about. Like that part frustrates me. So I've always wanted to have a platform where I could like just I could show my screen, and I could show y'all like different pictures, especially like with me getting into like more of that fashion content, talking about style. It does us like a huge disservice to not have certain visual elements to help you, because fashion is visual. So if I'm over here trying to teach y'all something and I'm talking about it and I have to describe it, it just doesn't hit the same as just being able to show you, okay, this is what it looks like to dress this way, or this is how you could style this outfit this way, and just different things like that. So, oh wow, people are commenting on my Substack. Okay, let me show y'all this. So I told y'all that I've been using Substack, and here is the aroma. Let's see. This is the I was wondering why y'all wasn't talking. I don't have the chat up. Okay, the chat's up now. Okay, boom. All right. So I'm gonna go back to, yeah, right, Adrian. Like I like to be able to show y'all stuff. So let's see. I'm about to see how this looks. We're going to go to screen share, and I'm gonna share my Substack with y'all. This is my most recent post, and I actually ended up getting a client from, not a client. I ended up getting my first paid subscriber from this post. So this is about why clients ghost you, and how I'm learning to trust myself again. And so one of the things that I have I've made just like a big I'm making it like a big thing for me, just like a focus for myself, is to like learn how to trust myself more, because self-trust is one of those things that I don't think that we talk about very often. Like we don't discuss like what it looks like to be able to say, hey, I know that this might not be the norm, or this might be outside of like what people typically do, but I want to give it a try. Like you have to really be able to trust yourself to try new things. And that's something that, as a trendsetter, and if you consider yourself to be a trendsetter too, then you can relate to that feeling of, okay, what I'm doing is different. I've never seen this done before, and am I going to go for, am I going to go for it, or am I going to allow my fear to stop me, or the fact that I just haven't seen other people doing this before and I don't know what it looks like, you know? So this is the post. And so I talked about just having clients that like they just go and you don't ever get like a reason why. Like you don't get an answer, you don't get a response, you don't even get a goodbye. They just like completely just go, they just ghost you. Like they don't, and you don't get no reason why. And so I was talking about how that feels just as a like as a person. I'll click X. Just how it feels as a person, and also how it feels as a business owner. Because if you're running these services and you have these different products, actually I'm gonna stick to services because this really makes more sense if you're a service-based business. But you have these services and you've been working with clients or a particular client, and you've invested a lot of time into their growth and their development, and you want to see them win, right? And to have them just go and you don't have an understanding why, not only can that be just hurtful as a person, on a personal level, but it's also frustrating as a business, because if you just go and I don't understand why, and it has something to do with how I'm running my business, or maybe like there's something that could have been improved, or maybe something was going on where it could have been a way to like better support you, like you just don't get that feedback that would help you to improve your business moving forward, like your services moving forward. So just like not to be able to have like that closure and that understanding, is like a tricky thing to navigate, especially when you start to internalize what people do and you make it about you. And so I talked about it. I talked about it because I feel like you're allowed to have feelings about that. You're allowed to feel a way about it. It's okay if it hurts your feelings, or it's okay if it's frustrating, and you can still be the like quote unquote bigger person, um, and still acknowledge that like this actually impacted me, because there is a human behind this business. There is a person behind this, and this person has feelings. So, oh, there I go. Okay. This person has feelings. So this is that. And so I talked about some of the lessons that I learned, and like just like the next steps that I'm gonna take, not only just to like mitigate the chances of being ghosted in the future, which I can't control because like people gonna do what they gonna do. I can't control that. But however, I still feel like there are certain signs and just certain ways of operating as a entrepreneur that can help you to just like avoid some of those things. You know what I'm saying? So these are the different takeaways. And if you are already subscribed to my Substack, then you get these notifications. If you're not subscribed to my Substack, I would highly suggest subscribing to it. Not only for this one, but I'm just going to be doing more content that like talks about like how it feels to be running a business, and also just talking about just different things that I feel like are not like okay to talk about. Like one thing that I want to explore, there's a couple of things I want to explore. So these are the topics that I'm going to be going deeper into. So one of them, that I introduced that I'm going to do a series on is, excuse me, that I'm going to do a series on is why people feel like what you do is free. Like, why do people assume that your services are free? Why do they make that assumption? Where's that coming from? And especially if you're somebody who has been encountering a lot of like, I want to pick your brain, or a lot of like people asking you questions, or you're getting on a lot of calls with people, but they're not actually like sales calls, or they're not leading to people like signing on to be your clients. And you can tell that what you're talking about actually helps people, but they're not paying you for it. And then you start feeling resentment, and you're like, you know what? Like, this is not paying my bills. This is not bringing in money. Why aren't people booking a call with me? Why aren't people signing on or purchasing my products? Um, and so I've been I introduced that topic, and so I'm going to go into some of the different ways and reasons why that happens. So that's coming up. And then I also want to talk about when you feel envy towards other creators, or other business owners, and you see people doing well, you see them taking off. It's like it seems like everybody has got all of this amazing stuff going on for them, but it doesn't feel like the same thing is happening for you. I want to talk about all that stuff. So if you are subscribed to my Substack, and it's free to subscribe, but you can also, there's also going to be some content that's going to be for paid subscribers, which I'm going to get into what that is in just a second. But you can subscribe to my Substack for free. I will put the link to it in my description so that you can go to it and you can subscribe, and you can actually read this content, and you can read all the other content that I have. But it's really for like the creatives. It's for the people who want to make money, who want to be able to make a living doing what they love to do, and they want to be able to do it in a way where they don't have to sell out in order for that to happen. Like that's what this space is going to be for, and just to talk about the things that we feel and the things that bother us, and to not feel like you're doing this by yourself or you're doing it alone. So that's the heart behind my Substack. That's the heart behind everything that I do, honestly. But I feel like my Substack has been the place where I could be a little bit more transparent and vulnerable. And so I'm saving that content for the people that subscribe to it, because if you take that extra step to subscribe, then that makes me feel like I want to give you more. I want to give you more. Like you're investing time into me, and so I want to invest that time back. So for my paid subscribers, okay, so this is tea. All right, this is the tea for my paid subscribers. This I'm gonna be posting like almost like tutorials, like business tutorials is the best way to describe it. But I'm gonna give you like a actual example of what my next thing is going to be. So if you are a creative entrepreneur and you want to know how to monetize as a content creator, as a creative creator, artist, whatever your title is, I'm going to be having some different things that show you how to like operate your business, how to market, how to brand yourself, how to use different tools to make your life easier, and how to really build a community that not only rocks with you, who enjoys what you do. Hey, Kayla, happy Thursday. That not only loves what you do, how to build community, but also how that community can then turn into your clients and your customers. So one of the things that I'm going to be putting up, you actually came at the perfect time, Kayla. So one of the things that I'm going to be putting up for my paid subscribers on my Substack is going to be a tutorial on how to use Substack to run your challenge. Okay, and so I'm going to be doing this. This is going to be I'm going to be releasing it in real time. Okay, I'm going to be doing this in real time, and so it's a little like crazy that I'm doing this, but I'm up for the challenge. And I feel like it'll just be a cool experiment, because if this works the way that I think that it will, then it's gonna I don't know, man. It's gonna open up so many doors. So if you are somebody who enjoys like running challenges, Yeah, it's getting real exclusive. It's getting real exclusive. If you're somebody who enjoys running challenges, if you have anything like a journal, if you have a planner, if you are somebody who talks about like lifestyle things, coaching, I mean, pretty much anything can be a challenge. But if you definitely, if you lean more into like the health and the wellness mindset kind of things, even like business wise, like I've launched a visibility challenge. And so that challenge help people to show up consistently online and use their voice. And so if you're somebody who has in that industry and you want to run a challenge, then I'm going to be using Substack as a way to run a challenge. And so the idea was just like it was so genius. I don't usually like go this hard on myself, but like it really just was like I was like, oh, this is perfect. Why aren't more people doing this? So if y'all see people doing Substack challenges, I honestly believe they heard me talk about it because I haven't seen anybody do it yet. I haven't seen anybody do it yet. But anyway, I'm going to be hosting a style challenge, and it is going to be I still got to come up with a better name for it, but right now it's going to be called the Utada Style Challenge. Okay. And so the style challenge is going to encompass 5 days, 5 different challenges where you get to explore and expand your style. Okay. So there's going to be different things. I'm not going to tell y'all what they are just yet. All right. But it's going to be different things that you can do that I like, different like activities and challenges and ways to dress yourself that are going to be really fun. And if you are somebody who enjoys Spirit Week in high school, then you're going to really love this challenge, y'all. Thank you, Kayla. Y'all gonna love this challenge, man. I can't wait. I used to love Spirit Week, y'all. Like I don't even think y'all understand how much I love Spirit Week. And I didn't even like high school. I did not like high school, but I loved Spirit Week. I loved homecoming. I loved everybody like being fun, being silly. I like that people actually tried to look good, as opposed to like every other day where people were like always in like sweats and t-shirts and hoodies. It just used to stress me out because I like I really want to try to care more and dress better. This is who I've been my whole life. So this is who I've been my whole life. But the style challenge is going to be coming up a little later this month. So I'm going to host a challenge through Substack. So there's a couple of reasons why Substack I feel like is a really good place to like have it and host it. So the main reason why I would suggest it, even though there are some people whose preference is not Substack, and some of those reasons are for like, personal reasons, political reasons why Substack might not be the platform for you, which I completely understand and I respect that. But as for me and mine, like I really have found Substack to be a really good place for me to create. Anyway, one of the first reasons why I would suggest Substack to host it is because Substack is already a place where you're already connected to your audience. So like when people subscribe to your newsletter and you create a new post, they get an email after that post is dropped, right? So automatically you can create and it can be put out there in one fell swoop, okay? And one click of a button, you've created a post, you published a post, and it's also notifying your subscribers. So it's an easy way to keep the line of communication going. Another reason why is because you can mix the mediums on Substack. So you can do a written post, you can do audio, you can literally host a podcast on Substack. You also are able to do video, and now you can stream on Substack, which I haven't got into that yet. I haven't even tried that yet, but I'm gonna see what that's looking like in the next few weeks. I'm gonna give it a try. And then I'll report back about my experience with it. But you can also stream on there. So you can literally create however you get your ideas out there. you can create those kinds of posts on Substack. So if one of your things is I get hung up on writing, that's okay because you can record an audio. Or I'm not really a big fan of video, but I can type it out. Then you still have the writing option. Or maybe you prefer to connect your YouTube videos to your Substack, and that way you're driving traffic in multiple places. You have that option as well. The video's freezing. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Thank you. I will keep going. When I was streaming it, when I was looking at it on my phone, I could see it freezing up. So again, another reason why I was not going to pay for this until I knew for sure that it was even a good option for me. So thank you for giving me the update. Hold on, y'all. Plug my computer up. Okay, and then the last reason why I suggest Substack is because it already pushes out, it already has a community built in. So it's not just a place for you to publish publish blog posts, but it also has a community built in. So it has its own feed. People can find you on Substack. And so it's kind of like operating on two different ends to help you to get more visibility. And so I actually just realized that the last post that I published on Substack ended up getting the most engagement that I've ever got before on there. And I'm over here like, what? I didn't even see that. I have my notifications turned off, so I didn't know. But yeah, so you can have that. You can have that as well. And then another cool thing is that because it's a platform and not just a place for you to publish posts, people can download the Substack app. So you can have, and I can show y'all, you can have the app on your phone and people can get notifications that way. So if there are people who maybe are not really big on email, but if you create a post, they'll get a notification about it, then they're still getting notified either way. So this is the Substack app. Well, yeah. And I don't know how. Yeah, look, y'all. I posted about getting my first. Oh, yay. Somebody hit 300 subscribers. So yeah, this is my my latest post. So yeah, y'all. It's multiple reasons why. And let me say this again because I've been talking for a minute and I have not said nothing. If y'all are on TikTok and you're seeing me and I'm not responding to you, it's because I can't see y'all comments. And I'm so sorry. I can't see y'all comments. So if you're over there and you're talking to me and I'm not saying nothing back to you, please come over to YouTube and say hi. And I promise that I will respond to you there. But the platform that I'm using, I cannot see the comment section on TikTok for some reason. Like it's not showing me my chat. And so I cannot see that y'all are talking to me. So I'm not ignoring you. Hey, Body. I'm not ignoring y'all, I promise. I just cannot see your comments. So, and that also explains why my video probably looks like I'm recording it on a flip phone, because the quality is significantly lower when you're using the free version of Restream. So, yeah. So, yeah, pros and cons using the third-party streaming apps. But again, if you are even considering, if you're already on Substack, then it's even better. But I'm going to be breaking down step by step how to run a challenge on Substack, how to run a challenge using Substack on Substack. So my paid subscribers, you're going to get that full tutorial and you're getting all of that for $8 a month. It's crazy. I could have turned it into a class, but honestly, I don't feel like promoting a class. I don't want to. I don't want to promote a class. I'm gonna say this, and then I think I'll be done, and then I'll just give y'all like some like reminders for what's coming up. So one thing about me is I've always just wanted to be able to have a community. Obviously a paid community, not a free community, because everything that I want to give, I can't just give it away for free. Um, just because I wouldn't be able to keep doing it if I did it all for free. But one thing that I've always wanted though is I wanted to be able to have an alternative and an option for people where they don't have to they don't have to spend a whole bunch of money in order to learn like valuable skills in order for them to monetize. Like one of the things that I've always been so grateful for is for the people that like poured into me and like, kind of like just like took me in as a mentee, as a little sister, as just somebody that they want to see win. Like I owe them so much because they didn't make me have they didn't knock me over the head with a price point. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that there aren't things that should cost more, because there absolutely is. And there are certain things that I do that cost you know four figures, and it's like that for a reason, right? But I've always wanted to be able to have a space where, just like the education, I'm so excited for you, Kayla. Kayla's definitely going to be able to, she's going to be running her challenge through Substack too. So that makes me excited. But I wanted to be able to have a space where you could learn this stuff, and you can actually apply it without it costing as much as um, a formal education does. And I think that part of it comes from the fact that I wasn't able to finish my last year of college because I couldn't afford it. And that sucks because when I left my last year in college, I had like a 3.6 GPA, which is wild. Like my GPA was immaculate. I had a great GPA. And for someone like me who was doing so well in school, to not be able to finish because I couldn't afford it is trash. Like that's trash. And so I've always, I guess I kind of like had like a little bit of a chip on my shoulder when it comes to education, and just like how much they charge for it, because there are some people who really want it, and the only reason why they can't get it is because they can't afford it. That's always pissed me off. So I've that's one of my biggest desires is to be able to teach people, give them the resources that they need, and help the people that really want it, who may not be able to afford it at a certain price point, but if it's in a place where it's accessible, not only will they appreciate it, but they will apply it. And we're now making the world a better place because of it. So this the way that I'm doing it, and the way that I've like imagined doing it, has always been a place where it's more like a membership, and or even just like a low cost situation where it's like an annual membership, right? Where you can just subscribe and get what you need for however long you need it, apply it, and then go forth and live your life. So I've I wanted to be able to put everything that I know in one place, as opposed to trying to host like a bunch of different like workshops or a bunch of different courses, a bunch of different like classes. Like I just don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to like constantly have to like create them and then market them, and it's more than what I want to do. So the idea of just like, if I have something that I feel like is going to help you, I'm just going to put it all in one place. You pay your subscription, you get the information, and we just let that be that. So I just like the idea of not having to promote and market a bunch of different things, because it starts making my brain hurt. It really does. I like the idea of Substack, even for community, without having to moderate and monitor everything. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I share that sentiment and have been in a similar situation. Love this as an option. Yes, absolutely. And so, like, that's what I want to do. And so, one of the things about me is that, like, the more questions you ask me, the more content I can create for you. And if I don't know the answer to it, I know someone that does. So, like, as it expands, I see it being a place where not only are you getting the training and teaching from me, but the money from the membership can go towards bringing in guest trainers and guest speakers who can teach us different skills. Like, one person that I cannot wait to be able to bring in, I'm just kind of like manifesting this, is wow, I've never said manifest so unironically before. That just kind of tripped me up for a second. Wow, that is so crazy. Y'all have influenced me. Okay. Anyway, one person that I definitely want to have come in is my friend Lloyd. He teaches about acquiring brand partnerships, but he specializes in UGC. And so the great thing about what he's always been about, but he's like really leaning into it now, is not having to have a high subscriber count or follower count in order to make a living as a creator. Like, that's always been a big thing for him. And so he talks a lot about how you can get those deals and those connections even with a smaller following, because the following is not as important as the quality of your content. And it's kind of crazy to me because there are legitimately some creators who make amazing content and they just don't have the same following. Like, and it's wild. Like, it doesn't always equate. Like, the quality of your content does not always equal the amount of people that follow you and know about you. Like, there are some really dope creators that just do not have the same platform that other ones do. And so it just makes you wonder sometimes, like, like, what's tea? How does that happen? How do we have amazing creators who are making really good quality content that still don't have like hundreds of thousands of followers? Like, that part is like, that's crazy to me. And I don't have the answer to that. Like, I have no idea why that happens, but it literally doesn't always. Sometimes it's not the content. It's just you just don't have as many. You just don't have as many. And so, and that's just like another reminder, not to fall into the trap of using how many people follow you, how much you have, how much money you make, like literally not using these external things to validate who you are or to affirm who you are, and to dictate how you see, like how you perceive yourself, because you could really be someone who's doing amazing things, amazing work, and you just don't have that same notoriety that another person does. And it doesn't make them any better, doesn't make you any less. It really doesn't really say much, especially if like you're comparing yourself to people who you really don't want to be like. But I'm gonna save that for another conversation because I feel like that kind of falls into the conversation of envy and comparison. And so I told y'all that that's going to be a video in and of itself. It's going to be a conversation by itself. But yeah, just goes to show. But my reason for saying that is because Lloyd is definitely one of those people. Like, Lloyd's content is like top tier, top tier. Like, homeboy was in a he was in a he was like on set. Like, he had like a whole camera crew recording his content. And I think that he was doing it for, actually, I don't know what he was doing it for. My guess is that he was doing it for, I could ask him, but I just didn't because he didn't volunteer the information. But he's either doing it for a brand partnership or he's doing it for his own content. Maybe he's like creating like his course or something. But either way, like legit hiring professionals to record his content. That's some quality content. And he does not have nearly as many followers on any of his platforms that some of these like really big like mega creators have. So you would never know just by looking at the platforms that he has and the numbers. So that's it, y'all. But I will see. I don't know if this is what I'll use tomorrow. I was kind of hoping that this was going to work out better as far as TikTok goes, because I do want to be able to like share my screen and show y'all things and engage with you at the same time. But I don't think I'll be able to do that. So I got to figure some stuff out on that end and see what I can do about that. So I got my work cut out for me a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see. So here's like my updates. So y'all know tomorrow is going to be our Fashion 101 class. Is going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Tomorrow's lesson is going to be about grabbing a book. Tomorrow's lesson is going to be about emotional style types, emotional style patterns. And this goes over things like your habits, how you shop, what informs your personal style, what has impacted your personal style, what it says about how you see yourself, all of those different things. And there are 4 different style types, style patterns that you can have. And I'll go over those. I might make a video just going over them briefly. And then when we go to class, we're going to take the quiz and you're going to figure out which one you are. All right. So there's a couple of questions that are going to be in here as well. So if you're joining class tomorrow and you want to take notes, I would highly encourage you to take notes. And the questions that I ask, not only do I want you to participate in the class, talk to me, answer the questions, let's make it a conversation. It's not just a lecture. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the way that I operate. Like, I really do thrive off of the conversation and back and forth. So participate in the conversation, but also write down the questions for later, because these things, again, like it's about style, but it's also about more than style. Like how you dress yourself, how you feel when you go to the store, why you buy the things that you do tells a lot about yourself as a person, as an individual, how you see yourself, how you want to represent yourself, how you want to show up, what you believe that you're capable of. All of those things are important, not only for you to really own your style, but also to be more confident in who you are as a person. Like, that's why I go so hard when it comes to how you dress yourself, how you show up, how do you leave the house, what are the things that you do, how often are you repairing your clothes or buying new clothes or replacing the things that don't fit. Like all of that stuff says a lot about how you see yourself. And I know that there are people that are going to be like, well, I don't care. It's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be class tomorrow. Well, I don't really care about fashion. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, how I dress shouldn't matter. Like, who I am on the inside matters more. I hear you. I hear you. Okay. But if you really just stop for a moment and think about why you make those decisions, it's tied to something bigger. It's tied to something deeper. And if you think about the idea, the concept of not caring about how you look when you leave your house, when you're out, and what that says about you, like I just feel like it would really shift the way that you engage with that conversation or with that question. And it would challenge you to like think about it a little bit more than just on the surface, because whether you are the most fashionable person, whether you are a risk taker when it comes to fashion, whether you're more modest or maybe you're more minimal, that's not the point. Like the point's not to make everybody into Wisdom K. Like, I'm not trying to make everybody into that. But what I am trying to say is that you do have a style. You do have a story that you're trying to tell with that style. And whether you are actively, intentionally creating that story, or whether you are just allowing that story to be told without you participating in it, it's saying a lot about you and how you see yourself. So it all matters. It all matters. And we're gonna dive deeper into it. So all that to say, make sure you're in class, you're ready, you are ready to engage, and that when the class is over, you are really taking the time to process what we're talking about, process the lesson, ask yourself those tough questions, answer those questions, and really understand what it says about you and if you agree with that narrative or whether you want to change that narrative. That's that. Welcome back, Kuma. That's that on that. All right, so we're gonna go back tomorrow. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna be using Restream or not. I don't know because I still don't like the fact that I literally cannot see y'all on TikTok. I don't even know how many people are in there. So weird to me, but I'll be back. I will see y'all tomorrow. Oh y'all, last thing. If you want to have your style personality test done by me, which is where I go through a series of different looks and I tell you what looks the best on you. That's like the most simple way to describe it. I'm going to go through and tell you what looks best on you, and then you're going to leave it feeling more confident in what you choose to wear moving forward. Then I'm going to be doing those. They're called style audits. If you want to participate in the style audit, then you're going to want to go to my bio. If you're on YouTube, I'm going to put it in the description. Go to my bio. Make sure that you sign up for it. It's $25. You come up. We're going to do a whole style test, run through it. And if you have an event or something that's coming up that you want to get style for, then I think I kind of want to switch how I do that. So I might make those on a separate day. But here's what I'll say, because I kind of want to switch just a little bit. If you do the style audit and you get that test done by me, then we're going to make it where you can come back and I will style you for an event. Okay. So I'll make them two separate things. So the style audit is where I will give you your style personality. And then the actual styling session will be something that we'll do separately. And I will figure out what that looks like as a service. But just know that if you've already done one or if you plan on doing one tomorrow, that you're locked in. Okay. You're locked in. You're good to go. So you couldn't see any of my comments on TikTok. I was asking some amazing questions. Oh, of course you wear a mask. No, I couldn't see your comments. Have you tried StreamYard? I am not a fan of StreamYard. I'm not a fan of StreamYard. I don't even know why. I don't even want to tell y'all about it. I'm just not a fan of StreamYard, and I don't have like a real. I had to talk about that another time. But I have tried StreamYard before, and it's just not my favorite. It's not my favorite. And I told you I tried Streamlabs. I was on Riverside, and I just I don't like the payment structure that Riverside has. I don't like that in order to stream, it's like a separate subscription. So I'm kind of struggling with it just because it's a bigger investment than what I want to make. Then I don't like that, and I would prefer to have a platform that leans more into streaming and not so much of it being like an add-on, because Riverside does a couple of things. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I need that, but I know it's for the girls. It for right now it is Kuma, but I'm definitely going to I'm gonna be working on actually between next week 3 and 4, I'm going to be working on the equivalent for the guys, and just for the people that identify that way. I'm going to be doing one for y'all that just incorporates it is more inclusive. That's like the best way to put it. I'm going to be working on one that's more inclusive so that y'all can have y'all's as well. So it won't be it won't be week 3. It won't be week 3, but definitely between week 3 and 4, I'm gonna be working on the one for the guys. So I got y'all covered. Okay, I promise you. Like we're gonna be focusing and honing in on that because we're gonna be talking about your style and like actually identifying it and defining it. And I want everybody to be able to participate in that. So I got y'all. I promise you, I got you. And then once I have that together, then I'll be able to bring y'all in and we can do y'all tests too. So I got you covered. Looking now, style goals. Yeah, because up until that point, all the things that we're going to be talking about in the lessons, everybody can participate in that. So there's no gender involved. No gender involved. So next week, everybody come around, participate, and then by week 4, I'll be able to do your style audits as well. That got to plan my outfit for the next week's event. Oh yeah, I wanted to create like a little style board for it. Maybe I'll do that too afterwards. I got a couple things I got to work on, but let me get that together. I got projects. Okay, projects on projects. Oh y'all, wait a minute. Okay. I know I keep saying I'm gonna go, but I keep thinking about stuff I gotta tell y'all. All right, y'all. So I am officially, I am officially a CMO. Can I see the likes? No, I can't see the likes. This is why I don't like it. You can't see nothing. I'm about to go on YouTube so I can see. Thank y'all. Where are my likes at? Let me know. Okay, I can see it now. I can see it now. Thank you. I keep it up. I appreciate you. Y'all, I am officially a CMO. I gotta do my professional headshot pose. Thank you, Carla. I am a CMO of a fashion brand, a clothing brand, y'all. Yeah, yeah. I We had our first meeting yesterday, and I I I had so much fun during that meeting. Like I could have screamed. Like I kind of want to scream now because I just can't even. I'm not gonna cry, but y'all, yeah. Thank you, Kayla. Thank you, Adrian. I am a CMO, and so what that means is that I'm going to be responsible for the marketing. And so that encompasses social media, creating the campaigns. Um, we're both involved in picking like the designers that are going to be represented in the store. I'm also going to be able to like recruit influencers and choose the people that are going to be a part of the campaigns and um like the collaborations. Like i'm 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 going to be the person responsible for that. And what's so wild about it is that when the opportunity was presented to me, she was like she was like wondering if it would even be something that I was interested in. And like the whole time she was talking about it, I was like, yes, 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 absolutely. Yes. What are you talking about? Yes, of course. Yes, yes, yes. Like, how do we start? Like, can we start now? That's all I was thinking the whole time she was talking about it to me. Cause, cause what? And the thing that makes it like so perfect is that the like the concept of the brand is one that really like that I really feel good about. Like it's about sustainability, which is such a big thing for me. It's been a big thing for me for, I mean, such a long time, such a long time. But the idea of sustainability, the idea of um, finding independent designers, finding up and coming talent, being able to pay like ethical prices. Not trying to pay ethical, like, yeah, pay ethical prices for people's things where they're not getting like ripped off or having to sell things at a loss. Um, where it's quality products, where the people that we choose to collaborate as influencers are not just like the typical cookie cutter, but they're people that are really like creative and artistic and like y'all. I just like everything that we were talking about, everything that was like shared with me about the inspiration behind the company are all things that like I resonate with. Like it's in alignment with my values. Man, listen, I am gonna cry. It's already starting. It's already starting. It's just like, what? I can't even like I just couldn't even I was like, I can't this wasn't even on my bingo card, like at all. Like and not in even the slightest bit did I imagine that. Um and there's like a couple of things that like I think about that um I'll talk about it another time because if I talk about it some more, I'm like for real, like gonna cry and I'm not gonna be able to talk. But it's up. That put you in position to position others. Yeah. Oh man. Put me in position to position others. Man, it's my pleasure. I didn't sometimes I feel like the share is to encourage people and inspire people. And then sometimes it's like for me to take a moment to be like, no, this is really happening. Like this is the you really need to like take a moment and just sit in this moment. Yeah, they are, Adrian. They are like dreams literally coming true. In ways that like if I tried to make it happen myself, it wouldn't have been nearly as incredible. Like I don't even think that she like when she asked me about it, y'all. Like I don't even think that she realized like this is Oh, and can you be one of my influencers? Maybe I have to. We haven't gone through the designers just yet, so I don't know if it's going to be more focused on like women and films right now. Like I'm not sure if that's going to be the focus. I have to see what the designers are going to be, but if we do expand into like menswear, then um, it might be a possibility. It might be a possibility. Like honestly, if you are somebody that is has a strong perspective and you're going to make the content and people already look to you for fashion, regardless of what that audience size is, then you are a good fit. So I'm keeping a list of everybody that I feel will be good for this opportunity. And when we start looking and like recruiting people for it, then you might be on there. You never know. You never know. So if y'all aren't making, if you want to do it and you're not making fashion content for real yet, start. Okay. All right. Enough. Enough. I really don't like when people talk about my crying. Like, all right. So yeah, y'all. It's 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 good. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. We have a really good rapport. Like just like the energy between us is just like really good, and like you can tell it's going to be a good partnership when you're talking to them and you say something and they're like, oh yeah, because then we could do this and that. Like you could tell, like you could just go back and forth for hours, just like really like putting out those ideas, and like you're inspiring one another. Like that's how you know it's like it's a good partnership. And so yeah, we're gonna be moving very soon. And it's gonna be like an official rollout and all that stuff. So when y'all see it, just know. Yeah. No, for real. I really don't like if I feel like you're teasing me for crying, it starts to bother me. Like I go along with it for a second, but then after a little bit, I'm like, okay, I've had enough. Thank you, Mask. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all for real. And yeah, now we're gonna have the so many stories to tell. But yeah, so that's coming up, y'all. Um, a lot of ideas are coming to my mind, so I need to sit down and get these mapped out. Otherwise, I'll be on here talking forever, and I literally can't because my battery on my camera is like on 20%. But yeah, y'all, that's it. I will see y'all tomorrow for Fashion 101. I promise I didn't do any of the other videos I said I was going to do this week talking about the class. But I'll do this one. I think that's really, I can't commit to more than that. I'll do that one in the live stream. And I'll give just like a rundown of what to expect. But make sure you're there. If you are on TikTok, you can register for it right now so that you don't miss it and you get notified. I'm going to create the event on YouTube so that you can join me over there as well, especially if that's your preference. The replays are going to be available on YouTube. So if you miss class, you can come to my YouTube channel and you can get all caught up on class. So, and the classes will be available publicly. The replays will be available publicly for the duration of the lessons. Once the lessons are done, they will be put into like a separate community where you will have to subscribe to continue watching them. So that's just your heads up. If you're finding that it's like really helping you, then I want to like curate a space where we can dive even deeper into fashion. So that's why they won't be there forever. But I'm playing around with it still being a free community um, until I decide that like I really want to do something different with it. So for now, I'm gonna say that it's free. Um, if I do turn it into something paid, I won't make it expensive. All right, I promise. Like at most, it'll probably be like $25. It won't be a subscription. It'll just be a one-time $25. And the reason why is because I want to make sure that I include um, like some like certain like materials and just like even like tutorials and different things for the people that really want to go deeper into like the fashion space, because I also seeing it being a good resource for people that are fashion creators, and not just people that want to improve their personal style, but people that are really like they want to get into becoming fashion creators. I think that it will be a really good resource because it'll encourage you not to fall into the trap of dressing like what you feel like matches the aesthetic of what a fashion creator is supposed to look like, and really pursue like that individuality. So I have some different ideas of what it could be. But for right now, I just want to make sure that I create the space first so that it's there. And then when it's time to like put more into it and expand it, then you'll already know where to go for it, basically. So that's just like a little peek into what my thought process is behind that. But yeah, that's it. That's that. That's everything. Y'all be good. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, or Friday Junior, like Kayla likes to call it. And I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Bye.